gentlemen, introducing your host from the birthplace of extreme, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at, well, an average weight for a person of his size, Shondell Wilbur. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to another episode of the Bury the Bookin' podcast. I am Dell. That is Devin.
What's up?
What's going on, man? Look,
nothing
new other than Impact Wrestling is going back to TNA Wrestling, total non-stop action. That's it for us. We're done. That's the only big news we got here. No, I am kind of sort of excited about that news. And we'll see as the new year transpires what becomes of I guess then formerly known as Impact and back to TNA. So, we'll see what happens there. But we didn't come here for that. We didn't come here for that at all. We came for our week that was, which is par for the Bury the Bookin' podcast. We are going from Monday Night Raw, which was October the 16th, all the way to Collision and Battle of the Belts, which was took place last night. As you know, if you were listening, we record on Sundays, so October 21st would be the episode of Collision that would end our week in pro wrestling. So let's take it from the top. Let's take it from the season premiere of Monday Night Raw. It was a show. It was a season premiere. It had matches. They gave us a card. They gave us a card. I think this actually might be one of the better Raws I've seen in quite a while. Some things happened that we will get into. Let's take it from the top here. With Raw opening with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn came out, was talking about Kevin Owens getting traded to Friday Night SmackDown. Talking about, how he wishes well for Kevin and that Sami Zayn's going to prove that he's a main event player on Monday Night Raw, being forced to go singles. It was weird, though. So, all right, opening segment. Judgment Day comes out, of course, because it's what they do. And they cut Sammy off. Stuff ensues, of course. Violence ensues. And Jey Uso comes out to help his friend, Sammy. And then Sammy's, kind of doesn't really care too much about the help. He blames Jey Uso for all of this happening, for Kevin getting weird. Which is weird. Like, Jey Uso didn't make the trade to bring Kevin Owens to SmackDown. Wasn't his fault. No. He was just a part of the trade. Like, he's blaming Jey for if Jey was, they wouldn't have took Kevin. No, they could have took anybody.
Yeah.
They just took Kevin. It's not Jey Uso's fault that happened.
A lot of emotion.
A lot of emotions between Sammy and Jey. When, of course, we'll get into that through the course of the show. But how'd you feel about the opening segment with Sammy and then ultimately Judgment Day, and then after that, Jey Uso?
I didn't. I get you lost your partner. That's
right?
Cool.
Yeah.
I understand that. But this ain't Young and the Restless. Let's keep it going.
Exactly.
He got real, like the whole thing with Sammy and Jey, the Judgment. It was too much. I didn't need all those feelings. Like, Sami Zayn's a good wrestler.
Yes.
You're gonna be okay.
Yeah, Sammy will be fine. He's very popular now.
Yeah.
Crowds behind him. He'll do okay.
It's time for you to grow up. Put your own stamp on the show. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So, it's just the whole, I get where they're, I guess, trying to go with the story, but it just kind of making sense blaming Jay for the trade.
No.
It's not, he wasn't his fault. He did, he didn't say, look, I'm coming over, but you guys got to take Kevin Owens. Like,
It seems like they're building up. There's something. This whole thing doesn't really sit right with me. The Zayn, the Uso Judgment. Then later on in the show, we'll get into it. You know, they brought Drew was involved. I'm like, where are y'all going with this?
yeah, there's a lot of people involved in this Judgment Day thing, and that are involved in other things. So there's a lot of moving parts in the Judgment Day storyline, just in general, not even just on Monday Night Raw, but just in general with the Judgment Day. And so I said they're everywhere.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, they're definitely everywhere. Speaking of everywhere, we're going to go to a Falls Count Anywhere match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Ricochet. I know you don't like Ricochet, but you like the things Ricochet can do. And he did some
performer.
Yes, fantastic. And he did some things here. I wish we got more of the backstage stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they just kind of stayed in Gorilla back there. I kind of wanted them to, maybe do something else, maybe going towards the parking lot or whatever. But they did a lot of crowd fighting.
When he flipped off the stand, I was like, all right, look at you trying to kill yourself.
Yeah, so he parkoured over the referee in the back. He did the kick moonsault off of the Titantron. Shinsuke.
I didn't like the Iron Man pose though.
Oh yeah,
flipped in the ring, hit the Iron Man. Like, what are you doing?
He's the resident superhero for Monday Night Raw.
Real athletic.
Yeah, but this was a good match.
Yeah.
Jumping out of the crowd, all this Shinsuke with the nunchucks, which I think is going to be the default weaponry for any match that Shinsuke is going to be in. It's going to be the nunchucks. But this was a really good match, good opener for Raw. Shinsuke Nakamura gets the win, as he should. I think we need to keep Shinsuke hot. Like, we need, wherever this goes, like, Shinsuke just needs momentum here.
Yeah, I would like to see him keep torturing Ricochet, though.
You don't want this to end.
No, not right now. Because when he was done with Seth, that ended. Yeah. I understand why they ended it with Seth. But now, just let Nakamura Ricochet be his next target. And then when he's done with Ricochet,
keep torturing him.
When he's done with Ricochet, find another target.
All right.
Just have him go through.
Just be like this sociopath type of.
Mess with people all the time. And people he ain't even got nothing to do with. Just walk out and hit somebody with some nunchucks.
Just have a target. Just it.
This is
you.
Reason.
It's you now.
Yes. I would love that.
It could be something in there, like Shinsuke turns into like a stalker character.
Everywhere.
Just
you don't even know where people just worried that he gonna jump out. Everybody on edge.
He'll be
where is Nakamura?
What's he gonna do? Exactly. Who's he gonna do it to?
And to make it even better, don't tell nobody. Like, nobody should know. No cameraman, no nothing.
He just just complete, just organic.
Have him a match going on, and he just sitting in the crowd, feet up,
just watching somebody.
Just watching.
Shinsuke the torturer.
Yeah. See, they couldn't hire me. I'd change the whole show up.
You'd have wrote that thing faster than than a Vince McMahon change up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so moving on from Shinsuke getting his win, which was, like I said, I think we need to continue that. You don't cool Shinsuke off. Whatever is next, he needs the momentum doing it. We got Piper Niven and Natalya And of course, who didn't see this one coming? We had Natalya taking a loss here, because that's what she does best. But this sparked the beatdown on Natalya, and then Tegan Nox came out. They had a little backstage thing back and forth between Tegan, Piper, and Chelsea prior to this match taking place. So it looks like we're going to get Natalya and Tegan Nox teaming up. So we'll add another thrown together tag team to the female tag division.
Yeah.
I mean,
we need a female Royal Rumble.
We'll get one. We'll get one in January.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Royal Rumble, January 27th.
Yeah, we'll get the Rumble. It's fastly approaching. We're in October. It'll be 2024 before you know it.
Yeah.
So speaking of what we just talked about, we had this Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre back and forth here, which took a bit of a turn from last week's, I'm challenging you to a match. Yeah, they this one got a little more personal, a little more chippy. Seth Rollins was questioning Drew McIntyre about why he was just chilling, sitting on a tackle box talking to Rhea Ripley last week. Drew essentially told him to mind his damn business.
Facts. This ain't got nothing to do with you. Like, have you seen her? Why wouldn't I be talking to her?
Right? Yeah, exactly. Like, who wouldn't want to sit down and talk to Rhea Ripley? Like, but so the back and forth. Seth's trying to look, this ain't gonna go how you want. I'd stay away from the Judgment Day if I were you. Blah, blah, blah. And Drew's like, essentially, screw you.
Yeah.
So they're very rapidly building more tension between the two as their title match approaches for Crown Jewel. We got all right. So throughout this episode of Monday Night Raw, before we got to the match, you can tell that Triple H was very excited about Bronson Reed and Gunther doing this, because we got video packages just scattered throughout the show before we got there. I'm looking at the promos. I'm like, oh, he really can't wait for this match. Like this
like he had money on it. Like,
this is the one. Like, he probably built the show around this match. He's like, look, this one's the one. I want this one. But speaking of Gunther, his Imperial mate, Ludwig Kaiser, beat Johnny Gargano, who's just coming back and teaming with Tommaso Ciampa to eat a loss. But it's cool. I guess they're, building to something here with DIY and Imperium. So that match was okay. Match was fine.
Yeah. Didn't
mind it. Ludwig getting the win. After that, we got Shayna Baszler and Rhea Ripley for the title there.
That shit went south quick.
Yo, so match was good. We had Shayna Baszler going strong a little bit in the beginning, which is cool. You gotta, you're building this multiple women's match, which we'll get to in just a split second, but you want to keep everybody as strong as you possibly can here before we get there. And Shayna early on was working on Rhea's arm, putting her in a little bit of a predicament. Early going, but ultimately after the back and forth, we got Nia Jax coming out, of course, and then followed by Raquel came out, cut her off. Everybody starts brawling.
Everybody.
You got Shayna, you got Rhea, you got Nia, you got Raquel, and then out comes Zoe Stark back from getting beat up by Nia Jax. So Zoe, all of this is just victims of Nia Jax, and they're all just going at it now. So as we were talking about in previous episodes, that they were building to a multiple women's match at looks like Crown Jewel, because that's our next big premium live event, the Saudi Arabia show. So we're gonna get that. So it looks like we're gonna get later on in the show, it was confirmed by Adam Pearce that there's going to be a fatal 5-way with Rhea defending her title against Nia, Raquel, Shayna, Zoe. So I think the match will be good. They've been building this for quite a while, and
yeah, they need some chairs involved.
That fatal 5-way matches is think no disqualification. It's like every woman for themselves. So
there you go. Tables, chairs, ladders.
So we'll see how that goes. But
Dom's
then again,
jump in.
But then again, WWE might just forget that those multiple people matches are no disqualification. And they'll just have it a straight.
Oh man, come on.
Yeah, every now and then they'll have you question what the rules are, because they'll have rules and then they just will throw them out for the sake of the story,
making them as they go along.
Yeah, you'd be watching the match like, wait, that's not how this match goes, but that's how it goes tonight because it's convenient.
Tonight, just for them, just tonight.
Yeah, because it's convenient. We had backstage. We had Becky Lynch and Jade Cargill looking face to face as Jade continues to take her tour of the brands. So, landing spot, we don't know. I mean, there's several reports from several different sources and rumors and things like that. People are like, oh, she looks like she could be on this show. She looks like she could be on that show. Who knows? Maybe, I've seen a few saying that she's going to be a part of Monday Night Raw. So that, who knows?
You never know where she's gonna fall in.
Yeah, we'll find out when we find out with Jade. But the Jade Becky face off, she just faced off recently with Charlotte. So they're putting her face to face with the heavy hitters, with the top ones. So they're telling you from Jump Street here that Jade, she's not gonna be dealing with the bullshit. She's going straight to
the top.
Yeah, I mean you got to with somebody like that. You just have to. So I wanna ask you about how you felt about this. Again, you know what the show is now. It's now that you've watched several months at this point of wrestling once again. How did you feel about this Alpha Academy segment backstage with Chad Gable and Otis and Maxine and Akira Tozawa and then New Day?
It didn't fit for me. It didn't feel like, how can I put this? It didn't feel like it belonged in this show.
It was a weird segment.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be serious here. Like, wrestling has a lot of weird segments. We get it. We do. We get it. But like this, this one just was like,
was this taped earlier?
Could have been a pre-tape.
And then they're like, "Oh, we got some time to kill."
It definitely could have been.
Slide this in. I was confused through all of it.
So it's ultimately Chad Gable still training up because he wants another shot at the Intercontinental Championship, and Gunther, and you got training Akira Tozawa for whatever reason. But not only that, they want to also go after the tag team championships, which New Day took exception to. New Day, arguably the greatest tag team. I mean, the Usos have the record now, but the conversation in WWE, the way they present it, is New Day, Usos. They are those tag teams. They're the greatest tag teams in the world, if you ask them. But it was just an odd segment there. Like you said, I think it would have been better if we are continuing to. I mean, we're obviously continuing to build Chad Gable for another run here, but maybe if this took place after I don't know. Maybe like once we get like the match set for Gunther and Chad Gable, like we can do that then. Like nothing's set in stone yet. Like
it felt like bad production.
He's eating losses still. Like we haven't established him as the number one contender yet. So
I gave up on him.
See, exactly. Like once we get back to Chad Gable being that guy, like if we have a match signed between those two, then but right now we're not presenting Chad Gable in a light to where we're like, yep, I'm 100% behind him getting a rematch right now. I'm 100% behind. He's going to be the guy to take it. Nothing from the past couple weeks leads me to believe Chad Gable is the guy to do anything.
Let me tell you something. If it wasn't for this promo, I wouldn't remember who he was. I wouldn't. Like, you falling below Diet Kurt Angle in my eyes. Like, there's a lot of build up, a lot of building you need to do, because he's not on my radar. Yeah, and it's sad. He's a pretty good guy.
Yeah, no, listen, but yeah. So, like I said, before that, we did have the match. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to talk about that segment, just get it out of the way, because I'm we're not presenting him in a way to that I'm going to see him, right now, taking the title off of Gunther.
No.
Earlier on, prior to that, we did have Bronson Reed versus Gunther, and
here's the thing: if Reed can't beat Gunther, what makes you think you can?
And Bronson mopped the floor with you several weeks ago,
right? Come on.
But yeah, no, Bronson Reed and Gunther laid it in, as we knew they would. Good match.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm always for the big guys.
Big dudes each other. Yeah, just beating the holy hell out of each other. Mm-hmm. Good match. Very impressive powerbomb win for Gunther there, picking
the big boy,
picking Bronson up and powerbombing him there.
Because he tried a couple times, and I honestly feel that he couldn't.
Okay, so
like I feel like he like Gunther's a big dude. He's a strong guy. I'm not saying, but it looked like he struggled a couple times. Like, you know what? Oh. Let me not do this right now.
We'll get there.
Because the first time when I'm watching it, he tried and he just pushed him off and papped you on the back. Like, next time, we'll get it next time. Not right now.
That's the build up to the finish, man. Build up to the big finish. He nailed it, got the win, and of course retains the Intercontinental title there.
Yeah.
Like I said, who knows what they do next week, or if they're going to do something at Crown Jewel with Chad. They got a couple weeks to get it done. They got a couple weeks to, less than that, but to get me to believe that Chad Gable is going to do something here.
It's going to be a lot of work.
Either that or you build it to Survivor Series, which is coming up after that, which would probably be, I would think that would give it more time to make Chad Gable believable again. But,
I'm done.
Who the hell am I?
Tapping out on you, Chad.
You're just completely out of Chad Gable.
Out.
Speaking of out, we get to our main event here. Main event was Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes defending their undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships in a rematch against the Judgment Day, against Damian Priest and Finn Balor.
This shit was so stupid. I was so mad about all the interference. You can't even win clean.
No.
Like,
that's not what Judgment Day does, man.
It was just.
You got Dom out there, and then Sammy, tried to come out and help out.
I was kind of pissed that they lost it.
But how? Because the turning point of this was your boy.
This mother.
your boy, Jimmy Uso, super kicks Jay, lays him out, and ultimately hands the championships back to Judgment Day.
I don't understand.
Look, he got to fix it. Roman said, yo, look, man, forget about Jay. Jimmy was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go do something about this. He went to go do something about it.
He is such a tool. Like, you can't think for yourself. Well, you're not allowed to think for yourself. You're annoying, kiss ass. Oh, just I'm trying not to get too angry about this, but
you just really Jim Uso agitates you
just so much. Every time he opened his mouth, I think it's because I knew people like that growing up, and they aggravated the hell out of me. He's
just playing right into all those things that just annoy you
so much, and yo, fuck you, Jimmy Uso. I can't stand you. You just top of the list right now. Like, right? Just so much. Can we move on?
Yeah. We'll move on. We'll move on. That'll wrap up Monday Night Raw for us. That'll wrap up the season premiere Monday Night Raw for us. With
Woosah. Just gotta let it get out.
Yeah, hey, look,
this man.
Hey, look. Well, won't be the last time we'll talk about him, but we'll take a quick break, and we'll talk about Wednesday Night Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
So Wednesday Night Dynamite, it was an okay show. It was there.
Yeah.
It was, some things happened on Dynamite. Let's just jump into it. We had the show started with Jay White and Penta. A good match. Of course, we knew Jay was going to get the win here. So Jay White gets the win, and he cuts a promo on MJF, talking about how he's the real world's champion, and says that MJF doesn't have any friends that would aid him in taking on Bullet Club Gold to get back his championship. Because right now, Jay White's just walking around sporting the championship.
Yeah.
Like it's his.
Which he should. He took it. Fan square.
Yeah. He took it.
No takebacks.
Funny thing, I never thought I'd say this, but we got a TJ Maxx chant during this promo when Juice Robinson was talking about the mockery ring that that Jay White gave him from TJ Maxx for like $24.99 or something, he said. And then the crowd started chanting TJ Maxx.
They stock probably is going through the roof.
I'm like, am I hearing the TJ Maxx chant right now?
I ain't been on a TJ Maxx in forever.
Yeah, I've driven past one that I know, but I haven't been in there.
Nah, I'm gonna have to take a look.
Right? And get you some cubic zirconia ring replicas.
I'm gonna see if I can find that ring. TJ Maxx probably
they showed it in the camera
already raised the price.
Somebody was like, "Did somebody just say TJ Maxx?"
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So we had MJF back. He said he's pretty much, in a nutshell, he's not an idiot. He's not going to go out there and get beat up in a 3-on-1 situation. But he said he would be getting his title back before too long. Before I think Full Gear is their next pay-per-view. So he said he would be getting his championship back from Jay White and Bullet Club Gold before Full Gear. Then out comes the Acclaimed, pretty much again offering their services to aid him, being their friends to take on Bullet Club Gold. MJF is still not okay with this, and Max Caster is definitely not making it easy because he's making it very weird for MJF. Oh boy, but we'll see where this goes. I'm pretty sure ultimately will have we'll have Max getting the assist from Max.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how long they want to keep this going. We had Hikaru Shida beating Amy Sakura just because we needed a women's match on the card, apparently.
Yeah.
Thanks, AEW.
That's all they gave us.
Yeah, they just like, oh yeah, that's right. We got to put a women's match on here too, so nobody said we didn't. Can't say we didn't give the women a chance because we had a women's match. That was just whatever.
Flash in the pan.
Yeah, we talk every week about this.
Yeah. The level of disrespect they give their women.
This ongoing problem that we have here. Oh man! So moving right along through Dynamite, we had a sit down with Adam Copeland, and he does the childhood story again. We've heard it before about how him and Christian, met in school and became friends and have their love of wrestling, got into wrestling, all this. And he says he's not going to fight him. He just says he'll be there to pick him up once Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne kick him to the side and turn on him because he knows it's going to happen. And he said he'll be there for him. We're going to get something at some point. Like he says, oh, I'm not going to fight him, but we obviously know it's going to.
Yeah, there needs to be something.
Yeah, there's going to be a match somewhere. We're just going to take our sweet time getting it. I don't know. I can't remember the date of Full Gear, but I'm probably sure we're going to get them fighting at Full Gear in some capacity. After that, we got a segment that you've grown to like over the past couple weeks with Wardlow.
Yes. Yes.
So so Wardlow comes out, just destroys Nemeth.
One time.
One power bomb. Just one power bomb, and crowd. Like I said again, crowds chant Wardlow. Crowd loves this. Tony Schiavone talks to Wardlow. It's like, dude, WTF? Like, what's your plan here? And he has MJF on his wrist tape. So
coming after him.
It's coming after MJF. Got a lot of history there, with the beginning of AEW and having Wardlow pretty much be his muscle, his lackey, all that. So there's a lot of history there. Hopefully we get to it in a decent fashion. Like, MJF's very busy right now. There's a lot of stuff going on.
So, AEW has a lot of people that Wardlow can put through the mat.
Yes,
so we
true.
got plenty of time.
That's true.
Plenty of time.
That's very true. He's got
a lot of people.
There's a laundry list of people that he can just power bomb into oblivion until we get to. That's true.
Yeah,
that's very true. There's
men, women, everybody, children. Just grab somebody in the stand.
Refs, security,
all of them.
Everybody.
All of them can get it.
Doctors.
You saw how he walked out the ring. What happened to boy?
He trucked Tony Schiavone there, which wasn't cool.
Get out the man way. He wasn't there. He don't, like they said, he don't get paid by the hour.
He's in and out.
Move. Yo, he should have power bombed him.
Oh no, Tony Schiavone can't take a power bomb.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
I think the crowd might have turned on him then. At least for that week.
I wouldn't have.
Wrestling fans do.
I'd have been more supportive. Like, he would have been the number one superstar for me.
If he just murdered Tony Schiavone.
Put him right through the mat. I'd have been like, wow. It's awesome. He's a great guy. Great guy. Wardlow, you doing great work. I appreciate every power bomb. Keep it up, please.
Wardlow.
That's the man.
So, speaking of MJF was busy this night as well. We had a backstage with Kenny Omega. Kenny talking about, his match with Kyle Fletcher, and MJF is approaching Kenny Omega's, surpassing Kenny Omega's title reign. So he just came up to pretty much remind him, and whispered in his ear, 13 days, bitch.
So disrespectful.
I don't know. Kenny said we'll see about that. I don't know what that means, but you don't have a lot of time to do anything with. We do know MJF is busy this coming Dynamite, and we'll get to that in a second. But we also, again, weekly, we had live from Roddy Strong's house. We had this segment with Roderick Strong, the Kingdom, and Adam Cole, who's still at Roderick Strong's house.
He never go to the doctors.
Never went to the doctors.
Hospital.
Hasn't been home. Hasn't talked to MJF because the cell service is bad. Which means
where? Nowhere.
Yeah, like how?
That's not how it works anymore.
Yeah, no, it's not.
This ain't Sprint PCS days.
Ooh, don't get ooh. Ooh. I could cut a promo on Sprint PCS, legit, because that was some hard times. Yes. That was rough.
These kids today will never know the struggle of no bars.
No bars. No damn.
You don't know nothing about no free nights and weekends. Text messaging plans. Nobody used internet on the phone.
No, you couldn't. Not with Sprint. Not with Sprint PCS. You couldn't.
Yeah, not with them. No.
Jeez, absolutely shit cell service.
But I remember I used to be able to go to Target, go into the outdoor section, and buy a phone.
Oh yeah.
Right now. Just pick up a phone.
Yeah. Had to cut through that plastic thing.
Mm-hmm.
Get you a phone.
That was it.
Damn.
They don't know the struggle.
They don't. But apparently the dead zone that is Roderick Strong's house.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Cole was there, and Roddy Strong just wanted to relive some glory days with some peanut butter and jelly. Because who doesn't?
What I want to say, I can't say, because I'd be canceled. The show be done and over with. There's so many things I want to say about this. I love it. I enjoy it. But I can't. The jokes I want to say, they're not appropriate.
Well, apparently what wasn't appropriate was that Adam Cole left the damn crust on Roger Strong's sandwich.
Hey, who leaves a crust on a PB&J?
You knew this too. It wasn't the first time you made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for Roddy.
Yeah.
Clearly.
You got to cut the crust off, and you got to cut it in a triangle.
And he didn't see. Roderick Strong was so trusting. He didn't even look at the sandwich. He didn't even look to see if there was crust on the sandwich, because he knew that Adam Cole got him. He knew that Adam Cole had cut the crust off already.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't. And that became a problem.
It's a problem for me. What do you mean? It's a problem for me and every other American. That was the level of disrespect I wasn't ready for.
But so the end of this segment, Adam Cole has absolutely had it with all of Roderick Strong's BS. He said, "Look, I got to get surgery. I haven't, apparently he hasn't seen anyone other than Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, and Roderick Strong, who all have families that they haven't seen either, by the way. Like, everyone's just at Roderick's house.
What is going on in that house?
Oh, man. So,
I need some Big Brother After Dark type shit. You know what I mean?
That would actually be pretty cool. I would watch that.
I would watch that.
AEW, figure that out.
Yeah, make it happen.
Figure that out. That would be cool. But Adam Cole said he had enough. He leaves Roderick Strong's house. Roddy tries to get him back. Adam's not having it. And Adam Cole, he's gone. And Roderick Strong has an epiphany. He says, I know what to do. I need to be nice to that scumbag. So...
Oh my goodness.
So it looks like we're gonna get Roderick Strong trying to play. Maybe Roderick Strong and the Kingdom are the ones that help him get that title back.
Oh yeah, there you go.
It's 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they help. Maybe they maybe they aid MJF into getting his championship back in terms of trying to win Adam Cole back over. We'll see. What else did we have on Dynamite? We had Sting's announcement.
Yeah.
We had Sting's announcement of retiring for good, it looks like. Sting said his last match with AEW and in pro wrestling is going to be at Revolution in 2024, so in the beginning of the year. So we have a clock here. We have a countdown to the end of Sting's iconic career, excuse the pun there. The question remains, who's it going to be? Like, how is it going to happen? What is it going to be? Someone who...
I want him against Luchasaurus. Sting's got to win. Or give me a Christian Cage, Luchasaurus, Darby Allin, Sting tag team match.
I think you gotta give. I think you gotta get it. I think it has to be a one-on-one match. I think. Okay. I'm not. It might not be because Sting he's up 60. There and he has been doing a lot of tag team matches, so it can definitely be in a tag match. But I think whoever it is, Sting has to lose. But
no, I can't agree with that.
No,
if he retires and loses his last match, I'm done. I will not watch AEW ever again.
Yeah,
I will not.
There's a lot to say in retirement matches. It doesn't because it's not going to. Now and here's where it plays in. Who's the opponent going to be? Now, if it's the only person,
let me say something. The only person I can see Sting losing to a retirement match is Darby.
I can see that.
That's it.
I can see that.
What Copeland did.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And that was the thing I was gonna say. If we do this and Sting takes the loss, who's the opponent? Because ultimately, a win over Sting would do nothing but wonders for that person that beats him.
Mm-hmm.
So, opponent is definitely going to be a major thing here.
Have him Darby.
A Sting versus Darby clean. Would be, yeah.
And then, out of respect, Sting hand Darby the bat.
It could be, it could be maybe Sting handpicks Darby. Look, I want it to be you. You know what I mean? And passing the torch type thing. I could totally see that. I can totally see that.
That's the only way I would respect that.
I could totally see that. I'm actually hoping for that now. But I could totally see that. Win over Sting. Darby has that under his belt. He's got the torch passed down. I mean, they've been doing this thing together since Sting came in. So
yeah,
I can totally see that. So here's hoping that that's the way they go. If they don't go that way, here's hoping it's a good way. We'll see. We got more Tony Storm silent films doing picture-in-picture, and I'm about that.
Yes, yeah.
I am about this life. I'm about timeless Tony Storm, picture-in-picture, silent films. I need this all the time. I need to just record, just tons of these things.
Just have them on tap.
Yes. Yes. all throughout the week, every picture in picture, on everything, even shows she's not even on.
Just have them there.
Just have them.
There you go.
Shows she's not even advertised for. I just need, just randomly put them through.
Just show up on. Wait, can we do it? No, never mind. I'm about to say legal hacking broadcast networks.
Yeah,
now.
Yeah. That's frowned upon. Yeah.
I can. No.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
I can get it anywhere.
Yeah. Again, frowned.
Can you imagine watching Fox News in the morning and I show up? Like Mike Jarrett would lose his head. Alex Holly would just walk off. What is this?
What is this? How did this happen? Who's done this? That'd be like a cyber attack. They would know. They would think it's a cyber attack.
They would. Damn. Let me think about it.
So speaking of, we were talking about weird segments earlier. We were talking about the weird segments. Let's talk about troubled youth Nick Wayne and the sit down with Jim Ross and his mama.
That made me feel so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
His mom smacked him. She should have. He talking reckless.
He was talking mad trash. Like, he was talking hardcore shit.
And I didn't I knew his mom would be on the show in the audience and stuff like that.
Right.
I know she's like part of the show.
Hey, well,
like,
I mean, if she wasn't at first, she is definitely now.
Yeah, she definitely now.
But yeah, so we got this. Essentially, it's, Nick Wayne denouncing his family and saying Christian Cage is a better father figure than his dad.
That was real.
That was hot. That was heated. When
Christian Cage put his hand on his shoulder and looked at him like, "Let's go, son," I was like, can I say that word? It felt real pedo to me. Like, it didn't real Nambla.
Oh, he's an evil. Christian Cage is an evil man.
Dude.
He's an evil man.
And I like him for that.
Oh my God. So the line when Nick was leaving and his mom was trying to get him back and Christian said, "You should have answered your phone."
Yeah. Like, yo, I like Christian Cage is a great villain.
Diabolical.
Unbelievable. The stuff when he does certain things, I'm like, make my skin crawl.
Yeah, he's so good at being just like and
that's why I like
evil,
him.
Uncomfortable,
very
jerk.
That's why I like him. I like him for that. Like, cause I know your character. I know what you're supposed to be doing, and for you to be able to
so good at it.
Yeah, make me feel this way when you're out there and talking.
So good.
Yeah, you're good at this.
Yeah.
Don't ever change.
He's so good at it. So good.
He could turn it up a little bit more.
Maybe we've possibly haven't seen the ceiling.
Yes.
Maybe
yeah. And I'm gonna be like, all right, buddy.
Yeah. So the end of this one, we got the battle royal. Nothing big here. We already knew that Juice Robinson was going to win this, just the way they set up everything between him and MJF. We knew this was coming. They're going to actually have that match for the ring this Wednesday on Dynamite, and I'll actually be in attendance.
Yeah, you going?
Yeah, I will.
Wednesday.
Yeah, I will see that happen live in Philadelphia. So
yeah, but before we move on to SmackDown,
yes,
something caught my eye. When Don Callis and the family and their little new recruit, Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yes. So earlier segment earlier. Yes. Yeah.
They show the painting of the Last Supper. Powerhouse Hobbs' image is in the place where Judas sits. Why? Out of all the places you putting where Judas sits?
Well, maybe because I'm just throwing this one out here. Maybe because he was the man that shelved Chris Jericho for the time being, and Chris Jericho has a hit song / entrance theme called Judas.
Okay. All right. I'm hoping that it's not it. I'm hoping that Hobbs turns on everybody.
Oh no,
the whole family.
I think you got to keep him in there for a while.
Keep him in there. Yeah. But eventually, I'm gonna need to see him
branch out and just
do some things.
He's been in a couple stables, and they just been not placed well. I think right now
I can see Hobbs holding championships.
Yes. Former champion, yeah.
Like I don't want you with the Collison family. I don't want people directing you. You're a beast of a man. I need to see you. Yes, Can I get a Hobbs and a Wardlow fight?
We've had that, and it could be better. It could have been better.
Yeah,
and it could be better now. It could definitely be better.
I'm gonna cross my fingers.
Yeah. Well, that means they'd have to continue to do stuff with Wardlow, and hopefully this means we're going to.
Mm-hmm.
They've let us down before.
Damn.
We'll see. So yeah, we got that's pretty much wrapped up for AEW Dynamite on Wednesday, with Juice winning the Battle Royal. Like I said, that was the handwriting was on the wall with that whole storyline anyway, with all that other stuff that we talked about before. That was a little touchy.
Yeah.
Yep, we'll see how that all plays out on Wednesday, and I'll be able to tell you how it was on the inside.
Yo, take pictures.
Yeah, I'll take some pictures. I'll upload it to the X, and
your YouTube is set up for live stream.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I set all that up.
I would take that information and stick it under the cap that I'm not wearing right now. All right, that leads us to Friday and SmackDown. SmackDown was a show of a lot of promos, a lot of talking on SmackDown. Which I mean,
I was kind of bored this one.
Yeah, this wasn't the best SmackDown. We're leading to Crown Jewel, so we're trying to set things into place here.
There's only one thing that happened on SmackDown that excited me. I'm hoping you get to it.
Okay, all right. So we started with your boy.
Mm-hmm.
The announcement from Paul Heyman talking about Roman Reigns and your favorite wrestler, LA Knight.
Let me step off. Fuck LA Knight. Let's get that out the way.
Okay, all right, cool. I was waiting for that one. Cool.
LA Knight, his stage performance gives me a little bit of Stone Cold vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm
okay with that.
Okay. Now, hot take, a lot of people aren't, because a lot of people are like, oh, you're just a mix of all these people. But that seems to be, but that's the argument. People like it. Which is why people everywhere are like behind LA Knight. People like this.
You got the little Stone Cold. You got a little bit of Rock. You got a little bit of the classics that I enjoyed back in the day, mixed into one person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the yay shit.
You don't like the
that's
you don't like that?
No.
Okay.
But I understand you got everybody on board. That's your thing. Fine. That's what makes LA Knight a little bit more palatable to me. Because I see it like, all right. Like when he was talking to Paul Heyman and stuff like that, I'm like, all right, I see a little bit of Stone Cold in this performance.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he was. He was very aggressive.
Yeah,
to Paul Heyman, it was very aggressive.
Which he should be.
Yeah,
he should be. I'd have smacked the shit out of him. He can't take a hit. He can. But yes, I'd have stunned him.
So we got that. Will be our. I'm assuming that's going to be our main event here for Crown Jewel. Going to be LA Knight versus Roman in Saudi. We're supposed to have a contract signing, I believe, next week for that very match. Next up, the more I see about the we have Montez Ford versus Santos Escobar. The more I see from the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley, the more I don't like it. It's just awkward, like just the presentation of the Street Profits. It's like an oil and water thing, and they're both the same. And they're both oil and water. I don't know. It's not resonating. It's not catching. Like it's not like you got the Street Profits music. Montez is still kind of doing Montez Ford things, but he's supposed to be, jumping and injuring and beating people up and all this. I don't know. It's a weird not connecting mix for me. Oh man,
I don't like the Street Profits.
I
Bobby Lashley.
I like both of them. Well, I liked the Street Profits when they were just doing Street Profit stuff. They were fine. They were fine. They were good. I always liked Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley he is what he is, which is fine. I don't mind Bobby Lashley's role in this. Just think the Street Profits they're like, this doesn't fit. This doesn't fit. I think you need to completely change the Street Profits, or just take them out of this, because it's not this half thing. Like they're half Street Profits, half Hurt Business Street Profits, and there doesn't match up.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Speaking of tag teams, there's a tag team that I do like. Pretty Deadly. We had
it's the segment.
We had Pretty Deadly segment there. They were getting pampered at the spa as you would if you were if you looked like Pretty Deadly. If you looked like Elton and Kit. But they got attacked. They got beat up. They got put upon by the Brawling Brutes, by Butch and
best part of the show. The best.
It was a very NXT style segment. Like it looked like the way it was shot and the way it moved and the way the segment was. It was very NXT looking, but
I enjoyed it. I was cracking up. I was laughing so hard.
So
I was.
Yeah. So we're continuing on with the Brawling Brutes and Pretty Deadly. Then we got John Cena. John Cena came in after Jimmy Uso was doing his Jimmy Uso thing, much to your chagrin, I'm sure.
Disgusting.
John Cena cut a promo though. John Cena came out and teased retirement. We all knew that wasn't going anywhere. But he said he wasn't done. And he said that whoever came out next, he was going to smoke him. Out came Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. They had their whole, thing. Well, Solo came out first. They got into a fight. Then Jimmy comes out. Then Jay comes out because Jay was hidden and was wrapped up. It was a mystery. Mystery guy.
Crazy.
Everyone knew it was Jay Uso. Like
yes.
Who the hell? Like we don't need to keep doing this reveal. There's no reveal here. It's Jay. They got into a big scuffle. Got into a big fight there. We had these set up in the back between Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce about this very thing. Jay's not supposed to be on there, and then Adam's like, well, Jimmy was on my show. They're fining them. They're doing this back and forth thing. They're clearly setting up the general managers to have some type of beef, setting up for Survivor Series, because it's going to be Raw versus SmackDown at Survivor Series anyway. So
I thought the GMs was going to wrestle.
So we're already putting this together.
Are they allowed to?
They're both former NWA World Heavyweight Champions. That would be cool, but who knows?
I'm for it.
But yeah,
Make a belt.
So
SmackDown Raw. Whoever wins, whatever GM put them both in a ring, whichever GM wins, they get a custom belt for their show, and they just wear it all the time and rub it in the other person's face.
That would be cool. Championship would be a championship for the winning show would be cool.
One a year. That's all you need.
At Survivor Series, like I said, there's going to be, there's clearly going to be something going on between them, and this plays double in because so it's we're furthering Jimmy and Jay. And then we're also setting down the foundation for Raw versus SmackDown at Survivor Series. So this segment worked out well for everybody here.
All you need, Triple H, call me. I can give you all types of ideas. Make this thing
call him
crazy.
Call him.
Yes.
Pick up that phone, H.
He on Twitter, ain't he?
Yeah, make it happen.
I'm gonna send him a message, and I'm gonna tag John Cena because John Cena followed me.
There you go. Yeah, play with every angle you can.
Every angle.
Speaking of playing angles, we got the Logan Paul segment. Yeah, that's.
I don't care.
Yeah, me neither. But we're setting up for Rey Mysterio and Logan Paul at Crown Jewel. Man, I think they're gonna give this to Logan Paul.
No,
I don't want it to happen.
No,
I don't want it to happen.
Rey Mysterio is a legend.
He is,
and you lose it. I'm not saying Logan ain't a bad wrestler. He decent.
Yes, I will give him that. He's
serious about what he do.
I will give him that.
But you not beating Rey Mysterio.
We'll see what happens, man.
Sweetie.
I think this is where it happens.
No.
I think this is where it happens.
So many disappointments.
We're going into the hot season, Royal Rumble time, which leads into WrestleMania time. Logan Paul's got a lot of people. Yeah. I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
After this, we got a quick interview with Kevin Owens and Kathy Kelly. Pretty much, Kelly Owens just says he's looking forward to mixing it up with people that he, one has have him finished business with, and new. It's the cookie cutter thing you say when you start somewhere. New matchups. Blah, blah, blah. It's fine. Just letting everybody know, reminding them that Kevin Owens is now a part of SmackDown on Fridays. Then we had our main event, which was Charlotte versus Io for the Women's Championship. I like this match.
It was the only match the whole show.
Pretty damn much. Pretty much. And it was a good match. It was definitely a good match between the two. Obviously, we had Damage Control getting involved like they do. This match seen the finish of Io having the title tucked and Charlotte spearing the title, essentially, and KOing herself. And Io gets the pin. Io gets the win.
Io looks scared every time I see her. Like, terrified. Every time she about to get in a ring, she's like, why? Why me? What did I do wrong this day?
We had Damage Control trying to pick the bones there. And the returning Bianca Belair. Bianca returns, cleans house of Damage Control, and helps Charlotte a little bit. So, looks like Charlotte has an ally here in this whole her versus Damage Control situation as SmackDown pieces out and goes off the air there.
Yep.
So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. So let's talk about our last bit of stuff, which took place last night. Saturday was Collision and Battle of the Belts afterwards from AEW. This was the House of Black version of AEW Collision.
It was everywhere.
They were all over this show, and I wasn't actually 100% upset at this. I need more House of Black everywhere. I just think they're interesting. I just think people think they're interesting, and we need to see more of them and more of that type of stuff in AEW.
Yeah.
Keep it interesting. I think this was a different a different. No one was expecting them to just be involved in like the whole night of the show, which was cool. I think we need more stuff like that because AEW is like, all right, look, we're gonna put on matches. We're having matches, good, but I don't think anybody was expecting that House of Black was just going to completely dominate the show.
No,
and
they were everywhere,
and I enjoyed that part of it. But opening up for Collision, speaking of what I enjoyed, this match between Bryan Danielson and Andrade. I need more of that. Like that was, you wanted to see some MF in wrestling. We had some MF in wrestling. But after
I agree with that. That was a good match.
Yeah. Bryan Danielson. Dude is, as the youth says, Bryan Danielson is him. After the match, after Danielson gets the win, after sequence of pin attempts, Malachi Black shows up after the lights go down, come back up and lays out Danielson. And we had the Blackpool Combat Club come out. Malachi fades to black. He's gone. This will be a precursor of things to come for the rest of the night here.
Yes.
Because House of Black, like you said, were everywhere. Also, they were a part of the next segment featuring Sky Blue because she's under the influence of Julia Hart-Smith still. So, the aggression from her is even though she was cool enough to rock Scooby-Doo gear. So there's still some of Sky Blue in there because she was cool enough to be like, you know what? I like this Scooby-Doo gear. I'm going to wear a Mystery Machine outfit. Even though I'm kind of getting possessed right now.
Yeah.
So
that to me, this like reminds me like the old school 90s wrestling where, you can use voodoo to win a match.
Exactly. And look, if it's House of Black, like that House of Black's that group that you can, all right, look, let's just do this. We know what this is. Let's go.
Yes.
So I'm okay with that. Then we had the Guns and Bullet Club Gold were out. Guns get their match, win their match, of course. But Jay White's in the ring. Jay White's out there, and we get on the screen the Devil Mask from which was MJF's Devil Mask, and we remember some weeks ago Jay White got attacked by quite a few people and a man in a devil mask. Everyone thinks it's MJF. I'm sure it's not MJF.
Too small.
So
the body shapes don't match.
Right. So we're still trying to figure out who this person is that attacked Jay White. Like I said, I'm hoping we get something with David Finlay from New Japan. I'm hoping this is what this is, but we'll see. Next up, we had a mugging in a Memphis street fight. The mugging of Eddie Kingston, like just like a horrible handicap match. Like nobody came out to help Eddie Kingston.
Nobody. When I saw his butters get knocked off his feet, I'm like, oh man.
Nobody.
First off, take that fucking Manning jersey off. That's trash. Let's just acknowledge that. You should get your ass beat for that. As much as I like you, Kingston, you was violating with the outfit. Horrible. Somebody told him some butters, some baggy jeans, and a Manning
Eli Manning jersey.
Eli Manning, this was it for you.
Well, it got a whole lot of mustard, a whole lot of stuff on it. So if there's one jersey you were going to trash during the match, got blood on it.
Think of this. It took 5 to put him down.
Yes.
5.
Yeah, it was a mugging.
So you don't get no street cred, no props, none of that.
No.
It took 5 of y'all to put him down.
And Jeff Jarrett wins his boy Jay Lethal a a championship match for the Ring of Honor title there with that one. So,
how come they don't attack the women?
We don't do a whole lot of that, man.
Why?
Not on national TV. We don't do that. You go to the indies for intergender matches.
It's not a match.
Intergender interaction, I'll say.
She can't get spared. You gonna smack the man?
Hey, man.
These women be wildin'. Y'all talking all that fly shit. Oh, I'd have been like, these hands bisexual. They hit men and women. I'd have been dogging everybody.
Man, not on TNT. We're not doing that.
Oh no. But they put Law and Order SVU and all types of crazy shows on there. Not like that, but she's a professional though, right? Like
Karen.
Yeah,
she's just Karen Jarrett.
She ain't never wrestled.
She's just Karen Jarrett. She was formerly Karen Angle and now Karen Jarrett.
Okay.
Just
maybe I can understand if you're not a wrestler.
I mean, she's bumped. Like she's it's not like she hasn't been involved in like.
But you're not gonna put her through no table or nothing.
Not at this point. Not at this stage. Yeah, not at this stage of the game.
They better wrestlers than I am. As soon as she just smacked me, I'd have clipped. We do not condone violence of women.
No, not at all.
TV.
Yeah, no, we're talking about wrestling here. We had Miro killing Action Andretti here while his wife CJ Perry looked on. Geez, remember when Action Andretti beat Chris Jericho and we thought they were going to do something with this guy?
No.
Yeah, that's why you don't do things like that. So yeah, that segment happened. Next up, we had FTR came out just to get their asses beat by House of Black, who made another return. Got the match thrown out because House of Black is just beating asses tonight. Like this
is their show.
That's just what they were doing. So they got the match. FTR got thrown out. We had the main event match was the title match between Big Bill and Ricky Starks defending the championships against Claudio and Wheeler Yuta. Match was okay. Got tag team retention here. Because House of Black was beating ass.
Yeah.
Again. Yeah. Some more.
That whole match went. I was watching. I'm like, all right, cool. Then, yeah. Like,
yeah. It was just so
compounding.
Yeah. So much. Yeah. So House of Black again on the attack. They attacked Wheeler Yuta at the end of this after the match. Danielson came back out to try to even the odds. House of Black is just beating everybody up. And then we get the return of Jon Moxley, who actually did some physical stuff. So I think Jon Moxley is okay to do physical stuff now. So Moxley's back out there trying to even the odds with House of Black and Ricky Starks and Bill. And Ricky Starks got left at the end of it, just getting trashed up until Battle of the Belts. Like once Battle of the Belts came on, like they were still in the ring.
Yeah,
but yeah, that was Collision. Battle of the Belts, nothing big here. Just one of those typical Battle of the Belts shows we see from AEW before. Orange Cassidy beat John Silver. We had Tony Nese lost to Samoa Joe, of course, because Tony Nese gets a championship match. We had Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale. It was a decent enough match, but Chris Statlander wins, of course, and the Acclaimed retained the Trios Championships against Parker, Bernard, and Garcia. So, it was there. It's another hour of wrestling after 2 hours of Collision. Whatever, it's fine. It was there.
Give you something extra.
Yeah, give you something extra. They do battle. I think this was their 8th Battle of the Belts. So, there's that. But we will wrap this one up in a tight little bow. We will see you next time on the Bury the Booking Podcast. Please like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Check us out on YouTube. I'll try to post some things on the social media stuff from Dynamite this Wednesday coming up. So look forward to that. And we will see you on the next one. Thanks, people.